We are now going live on your Home Soul Guaranteed Realty Facebook. So, everybody, we are live now with success coach and high performance coach Lillian. So, Lillian, um, do a quick introduction of yourself and let's just jump right to it about how you are able to help people now and all specifically later on to the people in our team to achieve their heart's desires. To
Yeah.
set up 2021, not only to set up 2021 be your best year ever, but to set up this is your best life ever. You only have one life.
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you, Rudy, for having me. I'm very excited to be here with you guys. My name is Lillian Victoria. I am a certified Proctor Gallagher Institute consultant. So my teacher and mentor is Bob Proctor. If you guys don't know him, I encourage you guys to Google him. He is one of the world's most successful human potential teacher. So this is what we're gonna do for this whole month. It is gonna be very fun and I'm very excited. We're gonna go through some sowing and reaping. We're gonna go to get the core of things. We're gonna look at your results and look at, hey, why are you getting the results that you're having? Can we take it bigger? Or maybe you're already doing really well. You're already on the top. How do we take that to that next level? So that's what we're gonna be working on. I am gonna be teaching you our human GPS. Okay, we're gonna start by setting goals, understanding what the paradigm is. Paradigm is our human programming. Everything we do, we are operating from our programming. So I'm going to go into very detail on how that is, how it became, for what it is, why you're not getting the results, even though you have all the knowledge, or maybe you want to up level it, right? We're always in expansion of fuller expression. We are always growing. We're going to really go deep dive into it, and I'm going to show you how to make that paradigm shift, that complete change to get the results. Okay, another thing we're going to go into is self-image. You can never outperform your self-image. Why is it there are people out there? They could be an agent, they could be an entrepreneur, right? Whatever they do, they're always successful. They could be in different industries. Why is that? So we're going to go in that and we're going to work on it. That's our human psycho-cybernetics. And what is so cool about that is in our human psycho-cybernetics, we have our financial paradigm, your self-worth. That is going to dictate your cells, your life, the lifestyle that you want. So we're going to work everything backwards. What kind of life do you want? What, personal and professional. So both have to be in harmony, and we're going to really paint that big picture for you.
Yeah.
And then last thing, biggest thing is decision, because every successful person knows how to make a decision. Let me just break this down a little further, and I have a little story to tell if you don't mind, Rudy. Decision brings order to your mind. Okay, there's a law of order, and we'll get into all that too. But once you know how to make a decision, you're beating through fear. People don't make decisions because of the fear and then the procrastination. So knowing how to make decisions is really important. Decision is a commitment, not a convenience. Not, I will do that once I have this amount of money. It's, I'm gonna decide right now. And that is so important because you guys have a decision to make for your life. So the story that I want to share, and I feel very inspired to share, is I have made a decision that impacted my life, and it's thanks to your brokerage to help me achieve that. 2018, I went through a divorce. I lost my business. I lost everything that I built. I was living out of my luggage for 1 whole year, and I have a son. That was a really tough time for me. So at my lowest, I made a decision that I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna buy a house. And I have a social media following. The people that follow me saw that. And I have set a very big goal. I didn't know how, I just knew that this is gonna happen. And fast forward to last year, through your brokerage, Freeman helped me buy the house that I wanted. and to move in, a place where I could provide stability for my son and for my family. So we have to learn how to make decisions. And this is really important. I made a decision that I was going to be in the 3%. I made a decision that I'm going to be successful no matter what. So this is something that we are going to walk you through as well. This is your life. You only live life once. So we're really going to look at that. And based on the decisions that you make, it's going to reflect on your personal life, your professional life, and most importantly, your bank account. 6 to 7 figure earners all make decisions and they stick to it. And if they change slowly. They don't flip flop. That's the difference.
That's awesome. Hey, Lillian, congratulations on your new home.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you
I'm
finished? Did you settle down now with the moving?
I just need curtains, but everything's pretty settled. Yeah. So I'm very excited.
I didn't know the story. That's pretty bold, right?
Yeah.
So Freeman, all I know, Freeman basically connected us a couple of months ago, and I didn't know your backstory. So
Yeah.
in 2018, so you made a decision to buy a house. Then all your action leads because of that single decision. That's basically what you're saying.
Yes, and if I could go a little deeper, and this is what I've learned with Bob, and that's why I became his consultant, because my life changed dramatically. At that time, I hit my rock bottom. I was in depression. It was not a good situation, but I knew there was something out there that I needed to do. I didn't know what, but the first thing I learned from the company was how to make a decision. So once I brought decision, everything started to fall into place. So if you go deeper on a more spiritual level, when you make a decision, your energy and your vibration is up now. And when your energy and vibration is up, you're attracting people into your life to help you. Attracted Freeman into my life to help me. I attracted a contractor that made it impossible. It's a 3,000 square feet home. The contractor renovated a home in 2 months. Like,
yeah.
So everything happens.
Yeah. And from my personal experience, Lillian, I remember when you and I get connected 2 months ago, I remember the first word coming out of your mouth is basically, hey, I look up your company and I know I will work with you. I was like, who are you again? You remember that?
I'm glad that Rudy brought it up, because I was going to say, I said, I already made a decision that I was going to work with you, Rudy. And I knew he thought it was crazy, but I just knew it. There's that intuition. I can't really explain it. You know when when you're aligning with someone. So this is connecting heart to heart on a spiritual level. And that also leads to selling. So that's something that we are going to cover as well. How do we sell from a heart to heart? Because I'm going to be upfront. I sold myself to Rudy. I really believe that.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive, though. That's the power of decision, right? So whatever you want in life, what we learned from Lillian here is that whatever you want in life, once you decide, then the whole world rearrange itself to make that happen. And that actually happened with, like, you and I. We didn't know each other. Freeman, one of our team leaders here, connected you and I. And all I know about you is that Freeman said that you just moved into your new home, and then you and I get connected. And I didn't really know about that you are a high performance coach. I didn't know anything. And all you said is that, hey, I've researched your companies and I know we'll be working with you. And from that day, which is 2 months ago, everything that we discussed, it's all around that.
Yeah.
So Lillian, let's go to the topic today. For those of you who's watching this video, if you are with your Home Soul Guaranteed Realty, Lillian will be working with us, with your Home Soul Guaranteed Associate for the next 4 weeks. And that's just the beginning, right? So now, Lillian, for our public audience here, what is it you talk about how to navigate your human GPS? What is that? What is a human GPS?
So we have to deep dive into this when we start to meet. A human GPS controls everything that we do. It's the way it creates our habits. It's our habits. It's our behavior. It's the way we think, right? Paradigm. Like Paradigm is something that develop in us when we were first born with the genetic DNA. When we go to school, our parents, our culture, and social media, we all have a paradigm, and it's a belief, and that sits in our subconscious mind. So this is very important, because when it's in our subconscious mind, 95% of what we do comes out from our subconscious mind. 5% is the conscious mind. That's how you think. That's how you get all the knowledge. That's where the intellect is, right? And that's where all the logic is as well. Subconscious mind is belief. So let me give you an example, okay? Why is it there are people that going out there and they could just close a sale just like that, easy, and they're a high performer, easily and effortlessly. And why is there people that go out there, they're doing the same thing and they can't close a sale? Why is that, right? That's because what are they thinking? You become what you think about. You know, if you believe, if you truly believe and you know that you are a top earner and this is so easy to close one sale a day, that's the result you're going to get. So it goes very deep rooted. People, so it's 5% strategy, 95% mindset. Strategy we could all learn. You know, you can learn YouTube, Google, you can learn everything, but it's the mindset. If you go in, you're following exactly what the strategy say, right? But you're not believing in yourself. You're saying inside in your subconscious mind, oh, I don't know if I want to close this sale. I feel bad. I don't want to earn people's money. I feel terrible. That's in your subconscious mind, it's that noise. That's your paradigm talking, because the strategy is going to sit in your conscious mind. So to change all that, I said sowing and reaping in the beginning, right? We got to take out the viruses and you got to plant new belief, and that will take time. For me, when I got into this complete change, I was 35 years old. And remember, I told you I lost everything. I lost my business. I lost my marriage. There were lawyers involved, and I don't wish anyone to go through it, but when anything there's lawyers involved, they make you feel bad. They make you feel very nasty. So I was at a very low place, but I had to, and I was at the place, I was like, oh my gosh, I am 35 years old. I am a single mom. What am I going to do? I lost everything. I don't have my stuff together. And then also my coacher says that over 30, well, my mom would say that. So there is that paradigm and that belief in me. Once I started changing, I'm like, no, I am a very strong woman. I am going to have an amazing, amazing new marriage. I know I'm going to have great relationships. I'm an amazing career. I am a self-made millionaire. When I start to shift that thinking, now I am waking up every single day. I jump out of bed at 5 a.m., you guys. I jump out of bed and I am led by a vision to my future, and I'm not being defined by the memory and the emotions from the past. That is what it means for a paradigm shift. The thing is, we all have our stories and we all have our past experiences, but you cannot let that define you. So with the awareness on how it affects us in our mind, you will know how to differentiate that and move on, and you beat the fear. So courage is taking action despite fear and anxiety. Okay, so we have to move our belief into action. If it just stays in our mind, it's just hopes and dreams. And I'm not here to just inspire you. I'm here to move your ideas into reality. I am here to support you so you could be inspired by yourself. It is not an event, by the way, you guys. This is not an event where you're going to be like, yeah, I'm so motivated. I got this. You go home and you're back to normal. No, paradigm shift is permanent. It's a lifelong application. You keep growing. Bob Proctor is 87 years old. He is renovating a house right now at 87 years old. He talks about this in our training. He says people think he's crazy because at 87, usually people are waiting to retire. They're retired. They don't want to do anything. They're waiting to, the last leg of their life. He's like, no, I still have so much. I'm still growing my company. I still have so much to do. He's not done yet because he is always growing.
Lillian, I love it when you said that have your vision so big that every day you jump out of bed because your vision pull you, and not let your history to drag you down, right? So how did you make that shift, Lillian? As you know, many people go through life, things happens in their life, and somehow the history, the past event, somehow it defines them. So something happened in your life when you are 35 years old and things happen, but then you were in that valley in your life. But what exactly changed that makes you suddenly you have a change in your mindset? Like you said, 95% is mindset, 5% is strategy. But my question is, what happens, or what can you share to help other people that was like you when you are going through the valley in life, challenges in life? What happened?
So one of the mental tools that we have, it's called imagination. We live our life based on our own imagination. And for me, I had a burning desire. I knew this was not going to be it. I have a son. So for anyone that has kids, naturally your kids will be the burning desire. I was raised by a mother, a single mom with 2 kids, on food stamps, living in a motel. So that was a trauma that I had. When I went through divorce, the first thing that came to me was the poverty mindset because of the stuff that I went through. But the burning desire added with my imagination and my intuition, listening to my inner voice, listening to my spiritual DNA. Who am I? And that goes the same for every single person that you're watching. You guys, we are all perfectly created. You're perfectly created. The paradigm through all these beliefs in our life and the experience and the report card and all this, we all of a sudden forget who we are. So I had to face my fear. You know, all these disbeliefs, I had to pick them one by one. I have to face them dead on. And money paradigm was a very big thing for me. It was a very big thing because I grew up very poor. I had a job since I was high school. I had a work permit to work at a boba place. So I worked all my life. And then my last career as an executive, I was a very high earner. But the thing is, my money paradigm always had this kind of poverty mindset, like deep down below because of my childhood experience. So when I lost everything, everything crashed. But also it's like, oh, this is a very familiar territory. But now it's recognizing that, setting a very high goal for myself that's going to inspire me, pull me out from the situation. So that's something that we will go through. Okay, setting goals. How do we set goals? Most people do not know how to set goals, but people with goals, they're going somewhere. Goal is their compass. So set a goal. You know, you always hear this, right? Dream big, dream so big. You know, it almost becomes very cliche, but there is a reason why. Because when you dream so big and when you get so emotionally involved, when I mean emotional, like you see it, you feel it, it is done in your mind, right? When you're at that point, now you're inspiring yourself every single day. And then we just have to close the gaps. Because the truth is, we're all the same. Some people are successful because they see themselves different. They have bigger goals. And I'm going to walk you through step by step on how do you get there. You know, why is there people that lost everything, rags to riches, but then like came back up? And why is there people that win the lottery and then they lost, they win the lottery and then they eventually lose everything and go back to poverty? Why is that? Right? Just imagine, it's a mindset. But just imagine yourself at a place earning a 6-7 figure check and loving it and turning your annual income to your monthly income. How does that feel? Right? If other people could do it, why can't you do it? How does that feel to be able to do that? So I will walk you guys through that. So that's my process. Was my thing's a little off focus, but my process was I saw myself at a bigger place, you know. I know I'm here for a reason. All the pain that I went through, I decided to not be a victim, but I decided to embrace the story, wear it as my badge as I move on. Because that's not what other people think, honestly, doesn't really matter to me. What I think, though, matters everything to me. That's how I look at life. This is a little off focus. Let me see.
Your camera is a little bit blurry now.
Yeah, let's see. How do I do
Still
this?
sound good.
Okay.
So
well,
now, Lillian. So can you give a little bit teaser here? I know you'll be spending a lot of time with people at your home soul guaranteed realty here, but can you give the idea when you say a human GPS, what is that? What is a human GPS?
So the human GPS is goals, paradigm, and self-image. These are three major links.
I see. That's what you've been trying to say.
That's what I mean. Like GPS. And the reason why I use the GPS too, because that is our human programming. That guides us to where we are at, where we're going.
What is a GPS again? Sorry, I'm writing it down here.
Oh, okay. G is for goals. P is for paradigm. S is for self-image. Once you understand these three, you understand why you're getting the results you're getting. And you know by changing these, you will lead to the results that you want. That's what I mean.
Got it. So in the next 4 weeks here, you're going to spend 4 weeks with the men and women here at your home soul guaranteed realty. You're going to guide every single one of us to working on the goal, the paradigm, and the self-image. Is that our big plan here in the next 4 weeks?
Yes, that's a big plan. I want to cover this so you guys have an idea. And there are going to be worksheets. Why is it so off with this one? Okay.
Lillian,
Sorry, I don't know the technical stuff.
Yeah, as far as the can you give some help now, because this is a public, I make this into a public Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Not everybody will have the opportunity to spend 4 weeks with you, but if you can just give a teaser, how to help us to create decision, because you actually hit it right on the nail, Lillian, that most people, they cannot make decisions. Like, it's so hard. I remember, Lillian, I went to a supermarket and I just trying to fill up a gas, and the guy in front of me, they're just trying to buy a chewing gum, and they're like, which one should I buy? I'm like, dude, I don't, like, if you cannot make a 50 cents decision, like, I don't know, it's the strawberry or the, and then there's a long line, like I was standing behind, and the guy couldn't even make a decision which chewing gum to buy. But in life it's the same, right? People are just confused. And then they end up doing what majority of people is doing. And usually, if you want to be successful, usually if you do what the majority is doing, is usually is not the recipe of success. That's the average, right? If you want to be the top performance, then the easiest way, don't do what the average people do. So look at what everybody is doing and just do the opposite. But I'm curious, Lillian, for the people that don't have an opportunity to spend 4 weeks with you, can you give some quick tips on how to help to make decisions? Like, hey man, you gotta decide.
Yeah. So here's what I have to say with that. There's a few things, okay? The first thing is you have to be the star of your own movie. Don't make a decision based on other people's opinion. People that are indecisive, they call someone else, hey, should I buy this house? Hey, should I do this? Because the truth is they don't care. You're the one that's living it. Oh, camera's back. You're the one that's living it. So you need to make sure how you're telling your story. And that goes with a goal. Okay, know where you're going. Because when you have a goal, that's your compass. The goal has to be big and it has to inspire you. It has to be so big that you're getting the goosebumps. And when you're getting the goosebumps, you know there's something in you, your body, your soul, that's like, yes, this is it, this is it. Okay, so, and then a decision. Decision is making a commitment to act on something, right? This is what I've learned in life, and this is what I've learned with Bob. There's no right or wrong decision. Just make a decision. You know, even if it doesn't get you there, then you make another decision to get you back. But we have to make these decisions to move forward. If we don't make a decision, we're procrastinating. We're creating a mental war zone, right? Psychiatrists call that ambivalence, right? Now people are crazy. They don't know. They can't decide. Now they run away. But you make a decision. So now you have an order and you're going somewhere. It's like shifting that gear. I'm going to do right. Okay, I'm going this. Okay, wrong way. Now I'm going this way. But you're going somewhere instead of parking there and like swerving around. Right? Make a decision and just fell forward. Here's the thing with life. There is no one that has a perfect life. People that are successful, the only difference between them and everyone else is they're problem solvers. They make a decision, they have the vision without knowing how to get there, they work their way, the problem comes, they face it dead on, and you solve it. In the real estate business, one of your job description, you're putting out fires all day long. You're putting out fires all day long. I know, because I work with a lot of real estate agents. Okay, so the thing is, once you switch that, you embrace that life is full of problems, but you can imagine all the solutions that come. All of a sudden you feel abundance, right? But it's that also goes with the decision. You have to make a decision that you are a problem solver and you're going to stick to it. Hey, and if it doesn't work, then make a decision, change your self-image. We'll go deep in that. And then we keep going. We'll keep going, but we got to know a goal. So for example, if your goal is to make $100,000 a month, make decisions that's going to get to the goal. That's how you do it. But you have to make a commitment based on a thought that's going to take you to an action. That's how you make decisions. And you need to have courage. You know, I keep saying, so this is what I keep telling myself at the beginning of my journey when I was fear-based. Fear is taking action despite fear and anxiety. But once you have the knowledge, even you have that feeling, just go do it. Because the first time you're going to feel that way, the second time it's going to feel better, the third time it's going to feel nothing, the 10th time it's at ease. You're closing deals left and right.
Yeah, and Lillian, as you mentioned just now, falling forward. So the way your paradigm is, hey, we never made a mistake because it's always a learning opportunity. However, Lillian, what kind of message that you can share to, because some people are afraid to make a mistake, right? The fear. But somehow, so let's go back to your own personal life. When you are in the fear mode, when things, the whole world seems to go wrong, right? So what did you do? Like how can you overcome that fear to make a decision, or you're just the type of person that, okay, let's just get up again?
Yeah, two things. Again, I always tie it to the goal because my goal is so big. When it's so big and I'm so emotionally involved, I focus on that every single day. So that was the first thing. When I have that, one of the things about having a big goal is you may be here, but the goal pulls you out from where you're at spiritually, right? So now, even though you're in this environment, you are manifesting this. So when I manifested my house, I was sleeping on a couch at my friend's place in Hollywood. I still remember that moment that I decided. And I remember that moment that my friends were talking me out of it. You're thinking too much. You should just get a job. You can't hold on to a house. Like, who knows what's going to go on? COVID? Are you kidding me? Right? But no, I made a decision. Right? And then another thing is just take action. Like, I just started to take action to move myself away from fear. I started to auto-suggest myself. I started to tell myself a complete different story than what I was told. Before, I have this paradigm of extremely critical. Nothing is good enough. I beat myself up all the time. And I know most of you guys are watching are the same. If you put a microphone on your head, sometimes it's the hardest thing that we say to ourselves. But I really started to change my narrative. My narrative in my head went from, why is this always happening to me? What did I do? Am I just not lucky? To, no, life is happening for me. If I don't fall, how do I rise? Right? At one point, I remember I literally like wrote this out. I'm like, I'm so tired of waiting for the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to light this be up myself, and I'm going to start taking control of my own environment. Thinking into results, not results into thinking. That's how I made myself out of fear. Whatever you feel, it's what you tell yourself in your mind.
Love it, love it, love it. Powerful stuff here, Lillian. Right? Life is happening for me, right? Instead of waiting for, what did you say? The light at the end of the tunnel. Hey, man, I'm just going to light it up, right? Yeah. Like, I'm just going to burn this thing and see something happen. Powerful stuff. And so wow. So your story, right now you move into your new home. Congratulations. That's in Diamond Bar, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Diamond Bar.
And I didn't know. So you were sleeping on a couch when you visualize living in that brand new home. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. So really your goal, your paradigm, and your self-image completely changed the trajectory of your life.
Yes.
So guys, if you are at your home soul guaranteed realty here, I want you to know, comment below if you are excited to look forward. This is what you have for the entire month of February. Lillian will be with us for 4 weeks to equip you, to empower you, to encourage every single person here. Now, Lillian, for the people that's not with your home soul guaranteed realty and they want to get connected with you, how to do that?
I have you can find me, or if you tag me on Facebook, so that's a way. Another way is I do have a Facebook group called Mindset to Success. You'll see my picture on there. So I do show up there once a week to give some motivational tips. It's a very high energetic group. Or you can find me on social media, Awesomeness Lifestyle.
Yeah, and what I like about your style, Lillian, you are not just sharing some theoretical ideas, like you personally going through it in your life, and you are not shy about it. You actually sharing the principle, how it applies in your real life. So that's awesome. And I just want to make sure for those of you who are not familiar with your home soul guaranteed realty, this is your home soul guaranteed realty university. We have over 3,400 online training. So Lillian teaching here for the next 4 weeks, Lillian, we will add you to one of these videos that to help everybody here, to encourage, to empower, and to make sure they live their best life ever. Hey, Lillian, one more thing here. Did I ever share with you? So this is the ladder of success here, Lillian, that you're going to help the real estate agents community at your home soul guaranteed realty. You remember when I first met Lillian, Lillian asked me, hey, what's your goal? Remember that, Lillian?
I did. I remember that.
Well, that's not the first one, actually. The first one you said, I have a vision. Or what did you say? Oh, Rudy, I know I'll be working with your company. I was like, who are you again? So that's the first thing you said.
I made a decision that I was going to work with you.
I know, that's so scary. Lillian, you guys, when I first met Lillian, well, actually, I know. So when Lillian first called me, she said, I made a decision that I work with you. I actually have to pause. I have to look at my phone. I was like, who is this? I have to Google you, Lillian. After we hang up the phone, I call Freeman again. Who is this? So, but then the second thing that you said is this. You asked me, hey, what's your goal? What's the vision for your home soul guaranteed realty? And I remember I told you, well, the goal here is to build 1,000 to help 1,000 real estate agents so they can make more money with absolutely no cold calling, no prospecting, and no door knocking. And then, Lillian, I'm not sure if you remember, you asked me the next question. The next question you asked me is, hey, did your goal make you afraid or something like that, right? What did you say?
Is that goal? I questioned you if the goal was big enough, because I said, are you scared or are you excited about this goal?
Yeah, you asked that. I was like, I don't know if I'm scared of that goal, but basically you are challenging me to think bigger. I was like, man, I don't know. We are right now. We are at here at your home show guaranteed realty now. We have 100 selling partners, about 54 staff team. So we are at around 154. So 1,000 is like 10 times. But I remember you said that's not big enough because you are not like afraid of it. I was like, afraid of it. Yeah.
Can I say something that I didn't say earlier? One of the things to set very big goals is it's for you to grow into. Everything that we teach here is the quantum leap. Things don't have to be the way it is right now. We could grow exponentially, not gradually, exponentially. But to do that, you have to set these big goals to grow into. And you follow what I'm going to teach you guys, you will get there. But then you want to set the big goals. If you're not going to get the goosebumps, if you're not scared with the idea and get emotionally involved with it, then you're not going to inspire yourself every day. That's why I asked you that question. Because I know your story.
Yeah, Lillian. So after I hang up the phone with you, I was like, dude, my goal is not big enough. I'm looking at I'm sitting here in the office, and I was like, well, my goal is not big enough. Damn, my goal is not big enough. So Lillian, this is it. This is the improved version of the same question that you asked. Hey, what's the goal? What's the vision here at your home sold guaranteed realty? So as you can see here, Lillian, the 1,000 real estate agents are here, the team members, Lillian. But now we take it one more step further. We want to help. So now we want not only help agents to make more money without no cold calling, no prospecting, no door knocking. Yeah, that's what our comfort zone, because we've been comfortable doing it for the past 10 years. I've been helping agents to make multiple six-figure income with absolutely no cold calling, no prospecting, door knocking. So I feel safe in that environment because I feel like, well, that's what I know what to do in the last decade. However, after my quick conversation with Lillian here, you can see, Lillian, I added the owner operator. So now if people, not only they can join your home sold guaranteed realty to make more money as an agent, if they want, they can build their own team, right? They can build their own millionaires real estate agent system. They can build their own team, making multiple seven-figure income, which is already proven. And this is what I just added on the very top. You can see if you have a desire to run your own office, we can have an opportunity for you to run your own, we call it your home sold guaranteed realty owner operator. And the vision, Lillian, in 2021 is to have 100 owner operator throughout the state of California. I think next week, Lillian, we're going to have for the first time your home sold guaranteed realty in Sacramento coming up either next week or two. We are still finalizing the paperwork. We have a new owner operator in Sacramento. But my point is this, Lillian, sharing with you is because, like you said, once you come up with a decision, once you plant the idea in my mind that, hey, your thinking is too small, you just want to help agents, right? Once that's been planted in my mind, then the goal change. Once the goal change, then the whole world, like you said just now, right? Life is happening for you. So like the person, our owner operator that's going to open up your home sold guaranteed realty in Sacramento, Lillian, I never called that person. Like he called me. Right? So people just start calling. People call, and then I'm actually on a different conversation now. Tomorrow, somebody in San Diego, Lillian, they want to build a team in San Diego.
Right? That is so good. I just got the chill. So I was looking for my book. Oh, here it is. Think and Grow Rich. I know you know this book. Okay. So I just wanted to bring this up because everything that you just said right now, it's a principle on decision. In chapter 6, imagination, there is a story called What Would I Do If I Had $1 million, right? This was like dated in like early 1900s. It's the same thing as you. He made a decision. That decision was internally. It sent out a divine shockwave out. It's like, this is going to happen. And then he manifested the money within a week. Manifestation means you had this idea, you see it in your mind, and now it materializes into physical form. That's what it really means. And that's what happened to you, Rudy. I'm so glad to hear that. That's amazing.
Hey, thank you. I mean, I think that's what the purpose of a coach, right? Some people like you, the high performance coach, I think you challenge people.
Yeah.
Now, you challenge people. You plant the seeds. You are sowing the seeds, right? And like you said just now, sowing and reaping. So anyway, you guys, so if you're watching this video, if you are part of your home soul guaranteed realty here in California, we will be spending the next 4 weeks with Lillian to help you, to empower you to not only make 2021 be your best year ever, but to design your perfect life. And I think there is no better story than, because Lillian, what I like about your story is real. It's happening to you. You are here locally and people can relate to. So I think, so the goal is, I'm confident with your personal experience, you're going to equip, empower, encourage the men and women here.
Thank you. I'm so looking forward to it.
All right, so comment below, share this video if you learn at least one or two things from Lillian here to help you and your family. Share this video, like this video, share it. And now, Lillian, if there's last words that you want to help to encourage, empower people like you when you are going through that valley of life, right? Because life is like is that deep valley of life. If there's a message you want to help the men and women that was like you in that valley of life, what would you say?
I would say this. I just want to remind you that you are perfectly created. You're able and you're capable. You need to use your imagination and think about the life that you want to live. That is a very first step. And then ask yourself, how would life be? How would I feel when I'm living a life of XYZ? How would I feel if I am able to be at this place of achieving all my goals and living the best life? And most importantly, this is what I ask myself, and this is actually one thing that motivates me every single day. I will tell myself this. Now I just tell myself before I would ask myself, how would it impact the people around me and my family if I'm at a place where I am successful, I've achieved my goals, and I am truly happy? How would that impact them? Right now, I tell myself, I love doing what I'm doing. I'm so happy and grateful that I am a success advisor. I am creating a positive impact to 100 million people around the world, and I am setting an amazing example for my son. So that's a change. But ask yourself, who do you want to be? What do you really, really want? Not what your mom, your dad, your spouse, your kids, but you. Because when you are whole, your positive impact will come. You will impact 15 people around you. That's what statistics shows. And then now you're creating a change. You're creating a movement, and now you're living the best lifestyle, the best life for yourself. Right now, I personally feel that this is the time where we need to create positive impact, and everything starts with you. So that's my story. You're on mute, Rudy. You're on mute. You're on mute.
And I remember, Lillian. I think it was you in one of the videos just now. You said you need to know who you are, and you kind of left it there a little bit hanging. So people who's watching that and they don't really watch your entire story, and they're like, remember who you are. So now I'm watching this, like, remember who am I? Like, who am I?
Yeah.
Who you are, Lillian. I remember in one of your videos you said, remember who you are. You are a child of God. Right? God created you in the image. So can you imagine if you are God, the creator of the universe, right? You are a child of God. You already know the end story, that you are the winner. Like, you already know God, the creators, own everything. So as you go into life, you know the end is the outcome is favorable. So as challenges in life, so when Lillian says, know who you are, well, I think if I understand you correctly, know who you are means know who you are. You are a child of God. Your Father in heaven's already win, like the battle. Like we already know the end story. So as we go through challenges in life, we will never be afraid, right? I mean,
yeah. So if I may add, yeah, if I may add to what you said, I love what you said. Exactly 100%. So we are created by God. We are a spiritual being living in a physical body with the intellect mind. Okay. We are here to create. And that's why I said, know who you are. Listen to the inner voice. Like I love my quiet time where I bring order to my mind of what I'm doing every single day to get me closer to my goal with my life purpose. Because when I am in that time, when I'm listening to my own intuition, that is God speaking to me. And when that is, I am pure. I know who I am. I feel good. The thing is, a lot of people in society nowadays, everyone's so busy to be busy. Everyone is busy because they're being enslaved by money, right? Money is a great thing, by the way. Everyone has different relationships with money. Money is a great thing because once you have it, you can provide, you can go help people. It circulates in the economy. There's abundance of it. But know what you want to be doing to earn the money. That's a law of compensation. So that's the one thing. I know I actually said this to you, Rudy. I don't know if you caught this on our call before this. So the law of compensation is you got to know the need for your market, right? You need to know the service that you're providing. The last but not least, you need to be irreplaceable. So you want to go from that real estate agent to my real estate agent, right? Doing the service, knowing, going above and beyond and to get that goal, right? So I don't know how I spiraled to that, but
yeah,
the thing is, you just know you go.
Yeah,
money
we
will
are so
come.
looking forward, Lillian. We are so looking forward to having you the next 4 weeks to encourage, empower the people here at your Home Soul Guaranteed Realty. Comment below if you are not with your Home Soul Guaranteed Realty and you want to get in touch with Lillian. Look her up on Facebook, and I think you have your own private page that people can enroll and so to get daily dose of what do you call that? You are not. I don't believe you are. You're not just inspiring people, but you actually give real tools, give real results, right? Because motivational, if it's come from the outside, it's not going to last. But if it's come from within you, then that's when it generates real transformation. It generates result. Like you said, the program that you teach is thinking. What did you say? Thinking into results.
It's thinking into results. And high level, it's a 12 lesson that will walk you through step by step, and you will make a complete paradigm shift. It is designed through repetition. It is through repetition that we start changing. Repetition and emotional impact.
Emotional impact.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to say thank you, Lillian, for your time.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you. I know in my short time talking with you, we already make a difference here in my personal life. We are moving your Home Soul Guaranteed Realty into a bigger vision now. So not only we are helping agents to make more money, but if the agents, we are helping agents who have a desire and mission to build their own team, to own their own store. Now we are making it space available. We are creating a pathway for people to do that. So thank you so
much for having me. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Lillian. Have a good day, everybody.